It's Friday, and this week in 5 minutes comes your way once again. So in the next couple of minutes, we'll be taking you through some top stories that made headlines in Ghana. My name is Emmanuel Frimpong. Now, the headlines. CEO of Agri Impact advocates for greenhouse technology to achieve food security. And in Ghana West Municipality, efforts are currently underway to move stray animals to safety. Also, Agri South MCE describes structures sprawling along the mountain as illegal. And finally, Elmina Castle is our next stop on Cultural Heritage Show this week. Now in our first story, the Chief Executive Officer of Agri Impact Group, Daniel Akwe, has advocated for the establishment of more greenhouse technology centers across the country as tool to ensure food security of the citizenry.
If you take a classical example of a place in Spain called Almeria, it was a desert. Today, as we speak, they have turned that desert into a forest of vegetables, full of greenhouses. It has become one of the big vegetable hub for the whole of Europe. They export about $2.8 billion per annum, which is like our cocoa export or even more than our cocoa export. That is the model that we want to replicate in Ghana.
We move to the eastern part of the country where the municipal chief executive of Agri South, Frank Edu, said most of the structures along the mountains are illegal because the owners don't have permits. According to him, but for the resolve of the assembly to clamp down on such developments, the whole area would have been full by now.
From about 4 years from now, we have not issued any permit. What you see here is people coming in during weekends when the assembly is not working to come and put up this structure. Some of them are also building in the night, so all the structures you see around, most of them are illegal structures. If we decide to go out there today, we can pull them down, but usually we want to make sure that we use the rule of law.
Now in our next story, some strict measures relating to animal welfare have been introduced by the Ghana West Municipal Assembly in the Greater Accra region. Enforced by the Assembly Task Force, all stray animals are to be impounded and owners prosecuted. MC of the area, Mr. Clement Wilkinson, explains further.
Police station and they say a cochino police station, and I'm police for no, or money says, or Mudia one between Yen, the ISS, no, and there are some run. You were a more says, I have found the point, and one big gums is here. Near Boman, no more dorsal, near Tom. And one yet to be informed, yet Domoco Cotta, judge in the Bedilium, but in the courts, prisons, one is no Ghana and CB. And then somebody no have factory and want to say the SSS wa. And the 2 1 near the police station near the Nokota. So judge no one kun for, and remember, I'm a man bear now to me and say near Kunu, because he have one kun for. Ya man kun for Mizuna, a shanzo, but to know we know.
Built in the year 1482 by the Portuguese, the Elmina Castle, which is currently 541 years old, boasts of being the largest and oldest castle not only in Ghana but across Africa. On Cultural Heritage this week, our attention was shifted to Edina or Elmina in the central region where slave trade started.
We are 2 cells over here. Let me get closer to the cell. The first one over here, you can see the door. The door is well netted. This is the European cell.
This is
the original door.
Okay.
Some of the European soldiers got drunk and were misbehaving. So they were put here for a few hours, then they released them. And when you go there, the cell has 2 windows, very big windows. So it's very airy. So no black or slave was set in there. Now to the second one on my right, with a skull and a crossbone. See the difference between the doors? You can see the doors are different.
Okay.
Look at the door. The condemned cell or the African cell. Some of the men were fighting for their freedom, for them to be released. We call them the freedom fighters. The leaders were brought here and they were starved to death.
Some interesting but a touching story in that documentary, but this is where we wrap up on This Week in 5 Minutes News Bulletin on Ghana Districts TV. For more, visit GhanaDistricts.com or interact with us on our various social media handles at Ghana Districts. My name is Emmanuel Frimpong. Thanks for watching.